What up, YouTube? It's People Champ 1983. Get back with you another video, and today we're here to do a raw review. Sorry guys for the late review due to the fact that all this stuff was going on between everything's going on in Baltimore and all that. So please play for Baltimore because they really need it. And let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So Seth Rollins reminds everybody that he's the one that single-handedly formed the Shield and also single-handedly ended the Shield. He the one that made the biggest history in WWE by cashing in his money in the bank to become the WWE World Heavyweight Championship by beating Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and that he single-handedly beat Randy Orton last night at Extreme Rules inside of a steel cage single-handedly by himself, and that he wanted to thank Kane for being the gatekeeper of that night, and but then he shouldn't have said that out loud, and then he started to insult Kane that he called him, instead of the gatekeeper, the grip keeper, that he reminded him of the grip keeper from the 90s and that nobody cared about him anymore. So then Kane bring up that it wasn't for me being the gatekeeper and that you used the illegal move against Randy Orton, the RKO, that Randy Orton would be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion right now. And that, but then and then these two start going back and forth between Seth Rollins and Kane, that Kane is jealous because that he is more relevant than Kane, but then Kane starts saying that calling him a spoiled little brat and all that, and then that's when Randy Orton comes out, and then he also was pointing out that what Kane said, that it wasn't for you using the legal move, that you're supposed to be disqualified for the match. So then Randy Orton issued his rematch, that would disqualify him to get a rematch for the title. But then that's when Roman Reigns came out, and then he pointed out that he defeated the giant known as the Big Show for the last man standing match. So then after that, and then that's where then he wanted a title shot against Seth Rollins, but then Seth Rollins said, "I beat both of you guys, so neither one of you deserve to face me for the championship." But then Kane had an idea, and he started saying that, why don't we let the fans decide that? So the first match was the King of the Ring tournament between Bad News Barrett versus Dolph Ziggler, and the winner of that match was Bad News Barrett due to the interference of Sheamus, because he came out as that was going one-on-one between Bad News Barrett and Dolph Ziggler. Sheamus came out and pointed out everybody that what happened last night between him and Dolph Ziggler in their Kiss My Ass match, that even though that Sheamus lost, that it was Dolph Ziggler that kissed Sheamus' ass. So that caused a distraction that led to Wade Barrett winning the first round of the tournament to become the King of the Ring. So the next match we got Feed Me More Ryback versus Bo Dallas. And remember, last on the pay-per-view, Bo Dallas came out, and that's when Ryback came and gave him the shell shock. So that's the reason for this match, and the results were shell shock to Bo Dallas for the 1, 2, 3. But then after the match, the lights went out, and then that's when it came back on, and out comes Um, Ray up comes Bray Wyatt. Sorry about that. Bray Wyatt and gave right back the Sister Abigail and left right back laying in the middle of the ring. So then we have John Cena come out and point out that Rusev last night have Lana go to the Authority and grant him a rematch for the United States Championship at Payback. But this time the match is going to be an I Quit match. So John Cena was saying that this is going to be the last time that John Cena and Rusev are going to square off for the United States Championship, and that if John Cena is not going to be able to defeat Rusev, that he's going to no longer get a shot at the United States Championship. So then, after that, he put back on the invitation to whoever wants to challenge John Cena for the United States Championship on the line against anybody in that locker room. And the first person that came out was none other than Heath Slater, baby. So Heath Slater points out that he was going to challenge John Cena for the United States Championship and beat John Cena for the United States Championship. And the reason why he didn't do it before because Randy Orton gave him an RKO back in the carrier room. So then he was trying to see that Randy Orton is not here. But then that's when Rusev came out and super kicked him out of the steel ramp. And then that's when Lana came out. And then to a standing ovation nonetheless. So then automatically Rusev sent Lana backstage. And then that's where he got like, so then Rusev started saying that all those people from Green Bay, Wisconsin, that they're nothing but quitters, and that at Payback, John Cena is going to say the words, I quit, at Payback. So then we got a backstage statement between Kane and Seth Rollins along with JJ Security. So Seth Rollins would start venting about how he was put in a position where fans get to choose between either they vote for Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins or or Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, and that he pointed out that I beat both of these guys and Brock Lesnar, so neither one of them deserved a shot at my title. What are you thinking, Kane? Are you out of your mind? So Kane was like, yeah, maybe I am. So then Seth Rollins was like, wait till Triple H and Stephanie hear about this. Do you even care? So then that's when Kane was like, since you want to be a tattletale and you want to complain about it, how about this? I would give the fans to decide on the WWE app whether they get to choose between Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns and Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins in a triple threat match. So then that's where Seth Rollins really start flipping out. Are you out of your mind? Triple threats, that's the absolute last thing I need right now. The last thing I need. Are you crazy? So King was like, easy. You better be concentrating on your match tonight. And then I decide which of the fans have chosen at the end of the night. So the first round of the Killer Reign tournament continues as Stardust goes 1-on-1 against R-Truth, and the winner of that match was R-Truth to advance into the semifinals of the Killer Reign tournament, where she would go 1-on-1 against Bob News Barrett. So then after that we got a backstage statement with Brie Bella pointing out that Daniel Bryan was able to show up that night because due to injury, and that he wanted to, no matter what the circumstances was, to be in the arena and please the WWE fans, the WWE universe, that he would do anything to be in the arena, to be in the ring right now. But then out of nowhere, that's when Naomi smushed Brie Bella onto the floor and says, "Nobody cares about you or your husband." So then after that, we got Brie Bella versus Naomi, and the winner of that match was Naomi with an inside cradle. So then the King of the Ring tournament, the first round continues between Sheamus going 1-on-1 against Dean Ambrose. And this is a physical match. Both these guys was giving it to each other like no other. But then that's when soon as they start fighting outside of the ring, that's when Dolph Ziggler came out of nowhere and started beating the holy hell out of Sheamus, which leads to disqualification, which leads to Sheamus moving on to the semifinals in the King of the Ring tournament. And boy, Dean Ambrose was pissed because he was like, "How I got disqualified? I ain't got nothing to do with that." Because Dean Ambrose got disqualified due to the fact that it was outside interference by Dolph Ziggler, which caused Sheamus to move on into the semifinals and got Dean Ambrose disqualified. So we got the final two for the first round to qualify for the semifinals in the King of the Ring tournament between Andre Neville and Luke Harper. Another physical match. Luke Harper tried everything he could to keep Neville down, but he wouldn't stay down. And then that's when Adrian Neville kicked him in the side of the head onto Luke Harper and gave him the right arrow for the 1, 2, 3, having him qualify for the match against in the semifinals in the King of the Ring tournament. Then we had the main event between Kane teaming up with Seth Rollins, taking on Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. And Seth Rollins, Kane was in the ring with Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins going to look like he's going to drop kick Roman Reigns, instead drop kick Kane instead into the outside. Then kicks Roman Reigns into the outside. Looks like he's about to go to do a diving suicide dive onto the outside, but ended up hitting Kane, which pissed off Kane so much that he throws JJ Security into the announcers, gave Seth Rollins to uppercut, throw him into the ring, was led to Roman Reigns giving him the spear for the 1, 2, 3. So then after the match, Kane went to a Titantron to see what the WWE Universe decides when Seth Rollins will face at Payback, either Randy Orton or either Roman Reigns or both Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. And the fans have chosen to be a triple threat match between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton by 78%. And then after that, Roman Reigns turned around and speared Seth Rollins, which closes the Monday Night Raw show. Guys, let me know what you think about Monday Night Raw. If you enjoyed it, yes or no. Would you give this Monday Night Raw, the day after Extreme Rules, a thumbs up? Or would you give it a thumbs down? Let me know down in the comment section down below. It's a People Champ 83, and I will catch you in the next video. I'm about to do the King of the Ring review, coming to you right now. So look forward to that, and peace out.